Alright, gonna go for a ride. Made a little mount for my four-wheeler. Go up the road, up a gravel path up to the ridge, and circle around, come back up on the ridge, and then back down. Hopefully the phone stays put, because that's my old phone, and I didn't want to use my new phone in case it flew off of it and got ran over. Whatever. It might rain, actually. I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. I might stop up at the top, get a little bit of a view of the valley and stuff. Let me prime my four-wheeler. can't see shit over there. Don't be white. There's no way I can get a view of this. Let's keep moving, I guess. That was a beautiful view too. Catch it at the right time of year. It's not all grows up and stuff. Fuck, that's a big mud hole. I wonder if I can get through that at once. I really don't want to get stuck. Yeah, this is two-wheel drive. I don't know if I want to change that. I don't have a winch or nothing. Even get them wrong. Actually, let me stop here for a second. Get this off of here real quick. So you can get just a little bit of a view over there, the mountains and stuff. But it doesn't do it justice. When you're up there on that knoll part where I was, all that shit was growed up. And that's down, and the leaves are off of them one trees, and you can like see all the way over through there, over through Ohio. It's freaking crazy how beautiful it is. But just this little bit right here, I mean, you can't really tell it. Let me put this back on here. make sure it's sturdy. That's where it is. I thought it was way back there. I thought I passed it. Then I was sitting there. supposed to be the leader up here. Gas man it is. Usually it's like Tuesday or Wednesday. I think today's Tuesday. I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I think today's Monday. Let's see if I can get hold of that again. If I get stuck. Oh shit. I don't know where that path is. It goes down to my place. It's right here. I wonder if I go down that path. Just go up and back down the road. I might go down this path. if that's still recording. I don't think it is a fucking thing. Yeah, it is. Okay. Hopefully, I was hoping I didn't accidentally knock it off where it wasn't recording. There's all that wood. A lot of freaking wood, a lot of branches. Branches way down in there. I recorded a video sometime back about riding the ridge, and I had it on there, and I think I deleted a lot of shit off of YouTube when I was going to get rid of it. I thought about getting rid of it, and because I got rid of Facebook, and I was just like, I don't know, I was just kind of done with crap. And so I did have video. I think me coming out here. I think I had video of me and my brother working on that shed. I don't think I still have that. Kind of sucks. I deleted that. And then I think I kept only like a very few videos. But I don't remember if I had this pile of stuff, like video of it. But this like big logs and branches and the tops of the trees. It's all that shit that I was cutting out. Heavy. Some of this shit's really heavy. Hernia type material. And about wore my trailer out. I just did get done with that trailer, and that trailer was really starting to show wear and tear. The axle, it was supposed to be stationary underneath the trailer. I think I had a couple bolts through it or something like that. And the little tongue was like made like this. Like had the side parts and then a top part. And it was made like that. And on the side parts I had where the axle went through it. And I kept hearing weird shit. Like the last few loads that I was doing that was left. And I got off of it. I looked at the wheel. The wheel didn't even look straight. It looked like it was off, and I was like, well, what's it doing? Dragging. One side was like back further than the other or something like that. And it ended up not being that, but where it went through the frame part, where it had the hole over here, the hole over here, and the axle went through it. The bolts, I guess, that held that axle in place, because your wheels are supposed to spin on the axle. It's not the axle spinning, so. Whatever happened to the bolts, I guess they came out or something. And that whole freaking thing, I needed to grease them, and I didn't really have them greased lately. And so I don't know if it like kept spinning in there and got fouled, and then it started turning that. But it started eating a couple rings where it goes through the center part, the tongue part. It was grinding rings into the axle. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I got to get like the last few loads done before that thing screws up. And I did, so. That's a lot of shit that I don't really want to do again. So I'm going to mount this back on here. Hopefully not get my fingers in the damn way. A friend of mine was saying, won't you ride around like the bike roads or shit? And I was like, I don't really want to ride alone. It's like when we were younger, person ride bikes and stuff as a kid. You rode with people. And just to me, it just seems like riding by yourself is fucking boring. I did that right there, and it wasn't that fun. But mainly I got this. When I got this, I got it for the work anyway, for pulling stuff. But I thought about getting a side-by-side. Guy had one that needed worked on. And I was like, well, when I got this one fucking needed work on it. And I tore it all down. I changed out the rear end, changed the timing chain, had to drill out some fucking holes, re-tap them for the cover. Had to fix, or I had to put a washer back in place in the transmission. That's all that was on the transmission part. Then apparently when I fouled it to take the bolt off of the, or maybe it was to tighten it, I don't know. On that clutch, the basket, when I threw it all back together, and then it wasn't pulling, and it ended up being a damn basket had a crack in it, so I had to go on eBay and buy a replacement one of those, tear it back down and put it back together, and finally it was running right. And it's been good. It's been doing all this, hauling all this shit. It's running a little hot right now, but I got the fender parts off, the plastics, and I'm wondering if that's more than just like a splash guard. It might have like a funnel kind of a shape to it, and maybe that helps the air when it's an air-cooled engine, so maybe it accelerates the air. I don't know if it does or not, like kind of like how it goes narrow, and I'm assuming that maybe that has some kind of a thing to it like that. But I noticed that I have them off and it's running a little bit hot, hotter than I would think it would. But it's got the appropriate oil in it and everything, so I might have to put them plastic things back on there. I think they had a fan that you could buy and put on it, but I haven't looked up that shit, so I don't know. But I'm gonna head back out, I guess. I'll get started. My starter's not working. I think it's a solenoid. Alright. Back home, home sweet home. I don't know when it's gonna rain. It's supposed to rain, storm. Oh, I hope y'all had fun. I didn't. Alright, later.